Everyone, we just referred to back again with another How to Play. Today we're looking at how to play this game called Jekyll versus Hyde. It is by Mandu Games, and it is for 2 players. And it's a trick-taking game. Came out a couple of years ago, I believe it was. Still out there, you can still find it. 2020. And what you get is you get this nice little snazzy board. It just folds in half. And in this game, one of you will be Jekyll, one of you will be Hyde, and you get this cool little two-sided metallic token that goes here on this one side, and you also get these free chips, which represent the 3 different suits, and they have 3 different abilities. I'm actually going to turn this, well, I'll try to figure this out. We'll just leave it where it is. We'll work with it. And you get a deck of cards that has cards numbered 1 through 7 in each of the 3 suits. You also have 4 cards numbered 2 through 5 that are posting cards like this. And they all have a plus symbol next to them. What that means is if, I play a 4 in green and this person plays a 4 plus, it's going to trigger a special ability, which I'll get to, and the 4 plus will beat out the 4, is what that means. All right. And this game is going to be played over 3 rounds. It is unfortunate that by the end of the 3rd round, it might be a little bit anticlimactic. You might kind of know which way things are going, because you're going to be playing this, you're going to be winning tricks, and at the end of a round, you're going to be taking the difference between how many tricks each of you has won and moving that many spaces. So let's say I won 7 tricks and the other person won 3 tricks. There's a difference of 4, so this will get moved 4, irregardless of who won and who lost. Now, the start player is always going to be determined by which half of the board this is on. Basically, on this side, it's going to be the one player that starts. On the other side, starting from here, it's going to be the other player that gets to start. That is by the way, is the evil tokens. These suits, by the way, are the pride cards. The purple is pride. Purple pride. The red is draft. And the green is greed, in case you're wondering what each suit represents. And there's little symbols on them as well. Pretty cool cards. And then you got the posting cards for them. And so yes, this blue side is Dr. Jekyll's side. This is Dr. Hyde's side. So Dr. Jekyll is going to be the first start player, and will do so as long as this token remains on this side. And once it gets to this side, and the other guy gets to start, the other person, that being Dr. Hyde, whoever is Dr. Hyde. And I guess technically it says you want to put this between both players, I guess, theoretically. But I guess having it just on the side, kind of makes more sense. So we'll put it there. I said it is for 2 players. As far as the cards are concerned, you're going to shuffle them up. Each player is going to get 10 cards. The rest get set aside. They won't be used in this round. So it's 5 cards extra that get set aside. This is a trick-taking game, so we'll say I start since I'm on this side. And I will get to lead a trick, and the other player must follow that suit, or they can play a posting card if they don't want to follow. Right now it makes little sense to do so, since they won't really be, well, I guess they would still trigger an ability, but it may not actually have an effect, as I'll explain. Or, of course, if you can't follow suit, you can play something else. And depending on what you play, you might win the trick. The trick is going to be won by whoever plays the highest card of the suit led, or whoever plays the more powerful suit. There is a ranking that's going to be determined by these tokens. So let's say I'm going to start, let's say I play a green 7, which is the most powerful green card. They must now play a green card, or they can play a opposing card. Whoever plays the first card of any suit color gets to place this token here. This is now going to be the, I guess it goes on this side. This is going to be the weakest of the suits. Actually, there's something I forgot to mention before we get into that. When you start off the game, you're each going to pass one card to each other. At the second round, you're going to pass 2 cards to each other, and the third round, you're going to pass 3 cards to each other. So I'm going to pass them a weak card. Also, if you have 2 or more of these postal cards, you're supposed to pass one, I do believe. Yeah, if you have 2 or more among your starting 10 cards, you must include at least one postal in the exchange. So I'm going to give him the little one. I have no choice. And they have to do the same thing, so they will. And they get the weaker one. So now we start, and I lead with a 7. Again, whenever somebody plays a card, or leads, I guess, a card of a different suit color, that goes on the board, the token that represents it. Each token has a different ability, as you'll see. And this now, the first one is now the weakest suit. The next one will be the second one. And the third one will be the highest rank suit. And as soon as somebody plays the second one, then the third one automatically gets added, whatever that might be. Yeah, I just look at something here. So this guy's gonna look at his cards. He can either play a green card and follow suit, or he can play one of the posting cards. He's just gonna follow suit, and I win that trick. Put that aside. So I'm gonna play another one. This time maybe I say let's play purple. That now goes here in the second, and then the red will go on the third. So he's gonna either follow suit, or play a posting card, and maybe he'll play a posting card. What do the posting cards do? The posting cards allow you to trigger one of these abilities, and that ability is going to be dependent on whatever suit it is. So, for example, if he plays this 2 here, this posting card, that's going to trigger the purple ability. That ability is that whoever wins the trick gets to steal one trick from their opponent. In this case, I would win the trick. He doesn't have anything to steal, so he's kind of screwing me over a little bit. So maybe he wants to do that. But then again, maybe he wants to save that for himself for use later on. He can also, when you play a posting card, actually I believe it's if you lead a posting card, yeah, you get to name a suit. I'll get to that in a bit. In this case, though, he's probably not going to play that, because it doesn't make much sense. So he's just going to lose the trick. And then I get to lead again. Maybe this time I'm going to lead a 5 red. And he's going to play... Again, he could play a posting card. This time, if he has to play a posting card, that means that these would get wiped and they would get reset. That's what the red, playing on a red card does. If you play on a green card, you can see it has 2 cards on there. That means you and your opponent have to swap 2 cards. So when you play a posting, you're going to do whatever ability is indicated by the card that you played on. And then that one is stealing 2 cards, and then this one is removing all 3 of these and starting fresh again. But he's not going to do that. He's actually going to win this trick. So he's won a trick now. Now he gets to lead. And maybe he decides he wants to lead with a purple 6. And so I decide to play that one. I'm going to play actually the free one. And what happens here is, actually that makes no sense because he's going to lose 2 cards. He doesn't want to do that necessarily. So he's just going to lose the trick. And this guy's going to lead. See if I can get to a point here where we can do something different. Let's say he plays a purple 5, the Pride. This guy plays this. This is a 5+, so that means that he's going to win the trick because it is better than the 5. And because it's the purple, he gets to steal a trick from his opponent. And now he gets to lead the next one. Now I believe, okay, he's going to play purple. Now, this player does not have purple. So they can play a different card. They can play this too. And because red is the strongest suit, I guess they would win. Let me verify that. I think maybe they would win if it's a higher card, maybe. Bear with me a second. Right. So he would actually win because he played a higher rank suit, as I suspected. Basically, in this case, the purple would trump the green, and the red trumps everything else. So then he's going to lead a 4. When he does this, he can specify the color. So maybe he says for red. And so this guy has to play a red card. He does. He loses the trick. And now this guy plays. He's going to play a green card. And this guy decides to play this. So this guy's going to win the trick. But now they got to swap cards. Swap 2 cards. And all they have left is 2 cards. So now this guy has to lead with the cards this guy already knows he has. It's kind of interesting. Plays a 4. This guy plays that. He's going to lose anyway. And now these get wiped because it was the red card. And he wins that as well. So that's the end of the round. We quickly went through that. So he's going to count. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks. And this guy obviously has 6 because there's 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a difference of 2. So this is going to move 2 in this direction. You're going to reshuffle. There's the other cards, by the way. You're going to reshuffle, redeal. It's still my turn to be the start player because it's still on the blue side, the Dr. Hyde side. And you're going to do that again. Another round and then a 3rd round. And then maybe we move up over here. And then this guy gets to play, the other guy gets to be the start player. And then maybe it moves some more. But by the time you get to the end of the 2nd round, you're going to know, okay, he needs 5 tricks, a difference of 5 tricks to win. So he's going to need to win 7 or 8 tricks. No. He's going to need to win, a bunch of tricks. At least half of the tricks. Well, actually, no, because if he wins 5 tricks and 5, that's going to be 0. So he would need to win, 7 or 8 tricks to have any chance of winning at that point. So that kind of hurts the game a little bit for some people. Knowing that at the end, it's kind of anticlimactic like that. There is an expert variant as well, which we won't get into. But basically, what you're trying to do is progress evil using these evil cards. And trying to get, I'm Mr. Hyde over here. I'm trying to make sure this stays this way. And he's trying to get this over here. If it stays over here, I win. If he manages to get it all the way over there, he wins. That is basically it. It's a struggle between Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And you're trying to stop the progression of evil. He's trying to bring on the evil, basically. It's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting little game, trick-taking game, and I like it for what it is. The components are good quality. The cards have a nice little linen finish, and I mean the tokens are just what they are. They're cardboard, but this is very nice piece of metal. It's heavy. Could use it as a paperweight if you wanted to. But anyways, that is that. It's a pretty cool game. I know there is a follow-up coming up soon, in the not too distant future. It's Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard, I believe, and I think it might be like 2-on-2 or something. I don't really recall. But yeah, pretty cool, I think. That is that. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. More thanks for watching.